Now we've got two problems that we need to solve. One is that we need to center the whole div layout. We're going to accomplish that by putting the whole div layout in one big wrapper div and centering that. The other problem that we need to solve is we need to designate the area that the div layout is allowed to be in. Remember that the way that you make divs go down to the next line is that there's just not enough room for them in the line that you're trying to put them in. So we can solve that with a wrapper too. Basically, we'll put them all in a wrapper and say, here's how wide the wrapper is. That way each div row won't be wider than that. And then we'll center the wrapper and everything will center. Sounds pretty good, right? It's nice we can solve it with all one step. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to have to highlight our whole area. I'm going to highlight all these divs in the code. It's just a little bit easier for me, and I'm going to wrap them. So I'm going to highlight all my divs and go up to Insert, to Layout Objects, to Div Tag. Now notice it's already saying it wants to wrap around the selection because it's nice. So I'm going to give it a class of wrapper. Say new CSS rule. Okay. Going to go to the box category. You're going to have to give it a width. The width is going to have to be the same size as your layout, so I'm going to say 650. You don't need to float it, but we are going to center it. There's no one choice for here center the div, but there is a way to make it work. Down here where we've got margins, you can set a margin. If you set a margin as automatic, what it actually does is just take up whatever's left. If you set the right margin and the left margin to automatic, then it goes, well, everything's left, so why don't we split it? And then the div centers. So the way to center a div is to set the right to auto and the left to auto. So we're making a wrapper. What we did so far was we highlighted all of our divs. We went to Insert, we inserted a div. We set it as the same width as all of our divs added up together. And we set margin to left and right to auto. Take a second, go ahead and do that. Highlight all your stuff, insert a div, set the width, set your margins at left and right to auto.